What's up, guys? George back again to do a recap video for the WWE's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view that was last night, October 22nd, 2017. So apparently there was some shakeup over the weekend. Viral infection has spread through the WWE locker room, therefore changing the matches, a couple matches anyway, on Sunday night. Kind of unfortunate that this is the time that the outbreak happened. They don't say. I heard meningitis, and then I heard mumps. So I have no idea what it is. But they changed a couple of the matches over the weekend. I think Friday night maybe they were changed. But they added one match. Kicked one of the matches to the pre-show, which was the Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox match, which I said I hadn't really no interest in, but the result of that match was Sasha Banks wins by submission. It was an okay match. Probably, if I had to grade it, it'd be B minus, somewhere in there. Not, it's just a typical kickoff match, so. Or pre-show match, I should say. Kickoff match during the pay-per-view was Asuka versus Emma. Asuka was pretty good in the ring. Emma, not so hot. She botched a couple moves that even my 12-year-old son noticed. It was pretty bad. Asuka won by submission. Just an okay match. If I had to give that a grade, I'd probably, for Asuka, it would be a B. Emma, not so hot, but it was alright. Nothing great. The one I really didn't care about was the Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander versus Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick, or the Brian Kendrick. It was just an alright match. It was kind of a throwaway match. Alexander and Swann win versus pinfall, or via pinfall, I should say. Some cool moves in that match, but overall, it was a C match for sure. It was probably one of the weakest matches of the night. It was alright. Kind of blah, but next up was Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship. Bliss won by pinfall, which I guess makes sense. I would have rather have seen, I think I picked Mickie James to win her seventh title, but pretty good match overall. It was alright. It was a pretty good match for a women's championship match. I would have given it like a B. Good DDT from Alexa Bliss at the end for the pinfall, but it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I think Mickie might have carried her a little bit, but I tell you that Alexa Bliss is turning out to really, be the real deal in the ring. I think she's good in the ring. Next up was Kalisto versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Amore wins by pinfall to claim the belt back, so he's a two-time winner. Just a blah shit match, really. It was not a very good match. Amore had to cheat to win, like I said he would. I think he poked Kalisto in the eye or some shit like that, and then got the pin. It was blah. I would give that like a D. That could have been the worst match of the night, I think. Next up was Finn Bálor versus AJ Styles. This match really saved the whole pay-per-view, I think, in my opinion. A fantastic match. Was good to see these two in the ring together, finally. First time they ever fought each other in the WWE. And they brought it. It was an amazing match, I thought. Kind of shows what you're missing as far as AJ Styles goes on Raw. I think he would bring a whole new just a whole new ideal to Raw, or not ideal, but a whole new, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I wish he was on Raw. That's all I could say. I mean, apparently he flew in from like South America on a 19-hour flight all the way up to Minnesota just to be in this match. To help out, really, because of the viral infection, because it was supposed to be Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt or Sister Abigail, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I was disappointed that didn't happen. Obviously, I was curious to see what the Sister Abigail shit was all about, but that match between Balor and AJ Styles could be one of the best matches of the year, I think. They just brought it. It was awesome. Saved, like I said, it saved the whole pay-per-view. It really did. It was awesome. And at the end, they showed each other, respect, doing the too sweet thing, and, pretty killer. I look forward to seeing those two in the ring together again at some point, because I think it'll happen. The crowd was nuts for it even before the match started, chanting "This is awesome," and like they do, and they threw each other through the table or over the table, one of them announced tables. It looked pretty fucking painful, and it was just an awesome match. I would have given it an A for sure, maybe even an A plus. I mean, it was such a good match, I thought. Then you got the throwaway match that was added, was Jason Jordan versus Elias. Jason Jordan gets the win via pinfall. I think it's Elias's first loss in the WWE on the main roster anyway. Just a blob match. You could tell it was just thrown together. They were doing shit all night where Elias Sampson was out there with his guitar, and then Jason Jordan was throwing like vegetables at him and shit. That happened like 3 times. It got pretty fucking old, but I would have given that match a D. It wasn't a very good match. I do like Elias Sampson a lot. I think he could be one of the top guys a couple years from now. I think he needs to drop that whole guitar shtick and just go out and kick ass. You know what I mean? Like, he has a good physique. He kind of reminds me of Randy Savage a little bit. But I hope they push him a little more. Just last night's match was not a good match. I would have given it like a D. And then the main event, Seth Rollins, Kurt Angle, Dean Ambrose as the Shield versus Kane. The Bar, which is Cesaro and Sheamus, Miz and Braun Strowman. Pretty good match overall. I thought it was a decent match. Kurt Angle shows up with the Shield and coming down through the crowd with the typical Shield garment, which I thought was a nice touch. So he kind of matched the other two. Because Roman obviously is one of the guys out with this viral infection. I think it's Roman, Bray Wyatt, his brother in real life, because they're both rotundas, Bo Dallas. And Bo Dallas, it's either Bo's or Bray Wyatt's girlfriend is that JoJo, I think, one of the announcers. She has it too. She hasn't been on TV for a while. It looks like this outbreak started with Bo Dallas. He's been off TV for like 3 weeks now, so I don't know how long Roman and Bray's going to be out, but hopefully they'll get well soon. I think they're trying to keep everybody as healthy as they can now, but to be quite honest, I'm surprised something like this viral thing hasn't happened that we know of really in the past. This is the first time I can ever remember a pay-per-view card being changed so much because of like a illness or something. But obviously the Shield win via pinfall, which I thought it was going to happen anyway. Kurt Angle looked good in the ring. I think they used him well because they kind of, he volunteered to be in the match and they threw him in there. He did some pretty good spots, nothing over the top, which is good because I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't know how far he's along training in the ring again, if he is at all. Behind the scenes, I don't know, but he looked good. He looked good in the black, the Shield garb. I thought he worked well with the other two. Obviously, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins carried the whole match for him. And it was nice to see Kurt get the pin at the end. I thought that was a nice touch as well. And the whole Kane and Strowman thing, kind of turning on each other, I thought was a nice touch in the match. Kane throws Strowman through the flooring up at the top of the ramp, and then pulls like 6 or 8 chairs all the way down from the top of the ceiling down on top of them. I thought that was cool. And obviously, Braun being the beast that he is, he comes out of it after a little while. He comes back and him and Kane go at it. And I thought it was good. I think it sets up maybe a new feud for Kane and Strowman. I don't know how far Glenn Jacobs is going to take this because I know he's working on some political stuff in real life. So I don't know how long he's going to be around. It made no sense to me to have Braun Strowman in this match to begin with because he's kind of a loner anyway. And I'm kind of glad they made it where he just had enough of Kane's shit. Not that Kane did it, Kane hit him with a chair by accident, and obviously Braun thought he did it on purpose. And from what I remember, I think even Strowman went after the rest of them. But I would give that match like an A. I thought it was good. It was enough action, in that match that was one of the ones that. That match and definitely the Finn Bálor AJ Styles match were the best matches of the night. It was good overall. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I really thought it was going to be a shitful pay-per-view, and obviously it wasn't the best, but it was way better than I thought that it was going to be. And that just happens sometimes. Sometimes I go into it thinking this pay-per-view is going to suck, and I'm proven wrong. And I think this was one of them that I was proven wrong for sure. Curious to see what happens on Raw tonight. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Bray coming back tonight or anything, or Roman. I think they're going to be out for a little while anyway. And hopefully no one else gets ill, gets sick during the next month leading up to Survivor Series. Survivor Series right now is shaping up to be, as far as certain things that are happening, could be a good pay-per-view. Should be a good pay-per-view. Looks like they're trying to work out an angle with Brock Lesnar versus the WWE champ, Jinder Mahal, at such champ versus champ at Survivor Series. I would like to see that be a belt for belt match, but I doubt it. But I think that would be a cool match to have. And no interference bullshit, or, like somebody has two belts. But we'll see. Anyway, like I said, it was a decent match, or a decent pay-per-view. I'd probably give it like a C+, B- overall. Wasn't perfect, but for what they had to work with because of the virus, it was pretty good. And like I said, that Finn Balor AJ Styles match really brought the house down. I think that saved the whole pay-per-view and the TLC match, the Shield versus the rest of them. But anyway, that's it for this quick review of TLC. Next predictions video will be for Survivor Series, but that's not for another 4 weeks, so no SmackDown pay-per-view. They're going right into Survivor Series. I think it's the week before Thanksgiving. So anyway, that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next WWE predictions video in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. But I have LP updates coming, more reviews, movie and album reviews, and a bunch of other stuff coming up within the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. Peace.